1 minute, Nalini, where do you stand?
To add to what Akshita said and to also add to what Saeed said, a huge question for me is that despite having so much property, how much of the property of the Waqf board is actually caught up in court cases? How many court cases are going on against the Waqf board, and why is there no resolution? So there are obvious problems in its functioning which need to be fixed.
Right.
But the question is this the way to fix it? To take away the control from the Waqf board and for the government to have full control, where they can decide whether or not a property is a Waqf property, where they have to prove that a person who is donating his property to Waqf has been a Muslim for at least 5 years.
How do
and
you know
that's
what a
the
practicing
question.
Muslim is?
That's the question
Okay.
that even Asaduddin Owaisi had asked before the parliament.
1 minute.
My submission is that the intent here is very important. If you're questioning what is the intent, and then we'll talk about the content. You're talking about non-Muslims being included in the Waqf board. Does the Jagannath Trust have a non-Muslim? Does the Gurudwara, Sikh Gurudwara Act have a non-Muslim? Does the Bihar Hindu Religious Trust have a non-Hindu or a non-Sikh?
Okay.
So
but
why
Nashmi,
only to the Muslim?
What's interesting in all of this is, because you were in Parliament and you know it, that the TDP got that amendment passed that the states will decide whether or not to have a non-Muslim member on the board. But it will be highly discretionary, because maybe a Chandrababu Naidu will not allow it and he'll want a full Muslim board, but a Yogi Adityanath in UP will allow that.
Because the TDP MPs aren't able to go to their constituencies. They are facing a lot of opposition.
Okay, one minute each. I'd like to give all of you, I'll come back to you, Akshata, as well, very quickly. Okay, you make your 1 minute and then I'll
अभी भी आप नॉन मुस्लिम की बात कर रही हैं मौसमी, अभी भी हेड ऑफ द वक्फ बोर्ड तो नॉन मुस्लिम ही है और वो सरकारी अधिकारी है। हम बोल रहे हैं कि आप सारे नॉन मुस्लिम्स को दे दीजिए, लेकिन उसका जो उद्देश्य है, जो गरीब लोगों को, जो हाँ जो गरीब लोगों को मदद, नहीं तो फिर इस पे सवाल क्यों कि नॉन मुस्लिम नहीं होंगे, एसजीपीसी में नहीं है, हिंदू बोर्ड में नहीं है, देवस्थानम में नहीं है, नहीं है तो नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं है तो नहीं है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आप इसे हिंदू मुसलमान वक्फ को हिंदू मुसलमान क्यों किया जा रहा है?
सईद, मैं एक एग्जांपल देती हूँ. मीटिंग में I just take 15 seconds. In the JPC meeting, there was an officer who didn't know the farak between an imam and a mutawwali.
Okay.
ठीक है.
तो इसलिए मुसलमान होना चाहिए.
So, no, the thing is that if you don't know about that religion, you don't know about the laws.
वो जो मुतवल्ली है, मुतवल्ली सबसे ज़्यादा करप्शन कर रहा है. वो जो 10 seconds, वो जो मुतवल्ली है, वो सबसे ज़्यादा करप्शन कर रहा है.
One second. Also said that there should be someone with knowledge of Muslim law.
Yeah, but
knowledge तो होनी चाहिए ना आपको.
One second. No,
they won't be alone there, no.
The point that Moshmi is making is the question of having non-stakeholders.
It's not about majority. What is the intent?
JPC.
Okay.
1 minute.
See,
One minute.
The irony is that what, as Saeed explained and Akshita said, the problem is that this bill does not address those issues, even of corruption. Yes. This addresses only the problems that was introduced by the 2013 amendments in the Waqf Act.
Which was also done for political reasons.
Now, we live in very interesting times, very divisive times, but the fact is, BJP is projecting it as, you know, as a great benefit to the poor Muslims, those who are left behind, Pasmanda Muslims. It is not going to be great for them, but at the same time, it will not be as bad for Muslims as others are projected.
I'll give you 20 seconds, Akshata.
No, I just want to say that, look, at the end of it, the question that you started off with, I believe, yes, it's reformist. Right. You have to look at intent, as Moshmi says, and to me, the intent doesn't matter as long as the benefit goes in the right way. And I think because of this reform, you will see the right benefits.
We're closing this debate. I just want to give my 2 cents because I'm also on the panel. I think it's a bit of both. It's a bit of reformist, and I also think it's communal because, number one, you know, the Waqf bill was mooted in Parliament, ironically, by a party that did not have a single Muslim MP to actually speak about that in Parliament, number one. Number two, I do feel that, you know, it's cut the bureaucracy and there was a desperate need. You know, the point that Amit Shah made about the tribunal was great because that has really happened. But on the other hand, you've just given more discretionary powers to more babus. So why would
one MP was there to...
No, so 1 second. I mean, so that's my point. That's my point. And you know,
you should have made
and number two, it will give more discretionary powers to more, you know, of the babus, and that's really not going to help the cause in any which way. And when it comes down about these acres and acres of land. Well, the Waqf is what, at least where the speeches were said, that they have 8 lakh hectares of land. Well, if you take 4 states, a point that Kapil Sibal made, where Hindu religious institutions were concerned, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana, it has about 10 lakh hectares of
Misuse is the
land.
question,
So
but
just that's it. So the point, does
They
a
don't
certain
claim
community
others'
feel
property.
targeted?
Talk
There is
about
no
misuse
dispute.
here.
True,
It's not-
but
we have no problem with the Waqf board having so much land,
But the
etc.
trust
The
can
so
sell their
clearly,
properties. Waqf
we
can
agree.
sell your property.
We agree to disagree. We're going to let it be. For our viewers who watch this debate, you decide which side of the divide you stand on. For now, it's on its way to become a law. Both houses have passed it. It's been challenged in court. We'll keep you updated.